Schistosoma are a water-based helminth. They're commonly called the blood fluke. There are 5 species of schistosoma that infect humans, but for this presentation we'll be focusing on Mannsoni and Japonicum. There are other species of schistosoma that infect mammals and birds. Schistosoma spans a large geographic range. Annually, 200 million people are infected, and it's mostly in developing countries with poor sanitation. 400,000 of these infected people live in the United States, and they get these infections from traveling. There's an estimated 400,000 deaths annually. Schistosoma have a complex life cycle. Eggs are excreted in human feces or urine. In the environment, eggs hatch releasing Myristidia. These Myristidia penetrate a snail host. Inside the snail, they become Cercaria. Cercaria are released by the snail and enter the environment. Now they've entered their infectious stage. Cercaria search for a human host and penetrate the skin, usually through a hair follicle. Inside the human host, schistosoma migrate to the liver and become female or male adult helminths. Next, they migrate to the venules of the bowel and lay eggs, which the human host will excrete into the environment, completing the life cycle. Adult worms have bilateral symmetry. Their body wall is highly polarized. Schistosoma eggs are large. Mannsoni eggs can reach up to 180 micrometers long, and Japonicum eggs are a little bit smaller and more rounded, reaching 100 micrometers long. Schistosoma cause schistosomiasis or bilharzia. Symptoms arise at various stages through the life cycle, from when the Cercaria first penetrate the skin, causing swimmer's itch, to when organisms migrate through the circulatory system, laying eggs that get trapped in small blood vessels and tissues, causing symptoms that arise 2 to 6 weeks after exposure. In the 1980s, the Diama Dam was built in the estuary of the Senegal River to prevent salt water from flowing into agricultural lands and to provide electricity, but the dam had unintended consequences. The body of impounded water created by the dam provided improved and expanded habitat for freshwater snails, which resulted in an outbreak of Mannsoni. There is no vaccine for schistosoma. Praziquantel is an effective drug used to kill adult helminths inside the human host. However, some studies have indicated that the pathogen is developing resistance and it doesn't protect against reinfection. Strategies for detecting schistosoma include detecting infections in snails, monitoring transmission sites, and diagnosing human infections. The most important stage of the life cycle for detecting schistosoma is the Cercaria, since that's when humans are at risk of infection. qPCR is a proven detection method that gives you the relative concentrations from environmental samples. Recently, biosensors have been used to detect Mannsoni. In this process, engineered microbes detect an enzyme produced by Cercaria, which can inform people if schistosoma are present in water. Cercaria inactivation is not difficult, but the risk of infection comes from water that isn't usually treated. Storing water for 3 days will kill all Cercaria. Chlorine at CT doses of 3 to 30 milligram minutes per liter result in a 2-log removal. UV at 3 millijoules per centimeter squared damage Cercaria to the extent that interrupts their life cycle. Additionally, sand filters with grain sizes less than 0.35 millimeters can remove Cercaria from water. More studies are needed to narrow down these ranges for chlorine and UV treatment. Improved sanitation that eliminates contamination of water sources can aid in the control by preventing snails from becoming infected. Additionally, relatively small bodies of water can be treated with molluscicides or by introducing a predator to lower snail populations. More studies are needed to assess the effectiveness of these strategies.